Boom, 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 boom. I drafted Miltank, she's my baby, my only one, sweet lady. What's happening? What's popping, guys? We're gonna be talking about March Madness, no SummerSlam. I'm on bath salt. I'm thinking with my dick. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. But a 96-man tournament just fucking happened, and it was sweet. Miltank put in the finest of work. So much to explain. I should have uploaded the intro of this video a long time ago, like on Friday, but shit, like I got things to do. And unfortunately I couldn't upload it. Whatever, it is what it is. So, we're going to be talking about as much as we possibly can to explain what is going on. So I'm going to be playing the first three games, and there's a total of 96 people. And that is divided into 6 different conferences. The teams that you originally saw are going to be the All-Stars. Now, because I'm such a shit player, I'm actually in the open pool with the rest of they're not bad players, they're just a bunch of fucking random people. And, yeah, so, of course, there's going to be good players and bad players. And we're going to be in a pool of 4 people, right? 4 people. And it's the best 2 of the 4 that advance into this thing called the bracket play, where it's like if you lose there, you're pretty much out. So essentially, like, the only thing to really think about at this point in time is just fucking win the games and just go from there. Just keep winning, and go from there. So that's what we're going to be going to do, and we're going to be showing you the first 3 matches, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get pumped for this game 1 of the series of this tournament. So, kind of on my team, just a quick explanation. I have 4-Tax Thunderous with Defiant. The U-turn is going to be very, very well in this matchup because odds are he's going to be the Rindo Berry on his Hippo, or else like I just click T-Bolt like a bunch of times and win. And it's pretty much trying to wear down his team with the Thunderous, and maybe well played. Thunderous also can break the Hippo as well. Mega Diancie, I do have the HP Fire for the Klefki because he also has a little spike thingy in the back too. His other Mon is the UU thing. I don't even remember what it's called, but pretty much I have HP Fire Diancie, and it also works for Magnet Rise Klefki. I have a Chompleberry on my Empoleon for Mr. Blastoise. This kind of a lure and Grass Knot does a ton of damage. Another thing that Empoleon does is obviously it's my defogger of the team, and it is a Talonflame check. But the Talonflame, I gotta watch out. It could be like U-turn and U-turn into like the Blastoise or the Hoopa or just really powerful mons. And Blastoise are a problem, but we got a counter. We're gonna hold on. We're not gonna be going into these 2 things. So you think like, oh well, your Blastoise switch in is obviously gonna be the Celebi, but not really, because I don't know. First of all, if he's gonna have Dark Pulse or Ice Beam. Ice Beam makes a little bit. I mean, it's honestly either or. I mean, Ice Beam also hits the Thunderous. I would probably slap on Ice Beam, but he could also have Dark Pulse. That still does. I mean, it's kind of actually more powerful to hit the Kingdra, but I'm actually Assault Vest Kingdra, and that's going to deal with a Mega Blastoise very, very easily because he's not going to carry Dragon Pulse. Like, he needs other coverage. Obviously Scald, Rapid Spin for the Bird, and Aura Sphere for the Penguin, and Ice Beam for the Celebi. So yeah, next mon we have is a double-edging Miltank, and this Miltank is a not traditional Miltank because I'm going to be having Silk, Scarf, Double Edge, Fire Punch, Work Up, and Milk Drink. So, yeah, so I have Work Up on this Miltank, and what it's meant to do, it 1v1s the Hippo, it 2-KOs his whole entire team, and I don't want to run Curse because I have a lot of speed on this Miltank to outspeed things like Hoopa, and Double Edge does one-shot the Hoopa. So yeah, Miltank is cool. And we have Colberberry, Swords Dance, Physical, Celebi because I need Physical because he's got a Hoopa, and I don't feel like running Signal Beam. So We're going to bust inside. We decide to leave Thunderous because it has good matchup versus everything. And I can get damage off onto this. So, he's leftovers and we see the light screen. And that's really good. So, I don't really want to stay in right now. Is because I don't really want him to set up all 3 hazards and then the screens. And he can go in Hippo at any point in time. Or even something like the Hoopa. He can, send up a reflect, and then I pretty much wanted to get out of there as soon as possible and pretty much just get rid of these screens and the spikes and stuff like that. So he's going to go into his Hoopa, and I decide I'm just going to go into Celebi because I can live any one hit because I'm actually Colbur Berry on this boy. So I'm going to hit him up with the Seed Bomb because he's in range if he does want to go for that, and it would kill him. So he starts setting up spikes. I decide to Swords Dance, as it's really going to start punishing his team. And he's, Thunder Waves me, and I don't get the damage off on here. So he's going to go out into his Down Flame, and I'm going to kill it with Zen Head. But trust me, I'm adamant max attack. That did not matter. So next he's going to go out into his Hoopa. He's going to I'm paralyzed, and I'm able to break through. So that's really nice. So next he's going to go out into this thing. I'm like, all right, I can still save this and get, break the Rindo, Berry Hippo or whatever, and I'm also going to be able to get rid of my spike on my side of the field. So he's going to go out into his Blastoise, and this is perfect because I lure your boy Blastoise, and we got the Chopper Berry. That's fine, and I'm able to get a lot of damage off on this thing. So now Thundurus can kill it, and so on and so forth. And Kingdra's still, able to take a Brave Bird or whatever. So I'm going to fire off a Scald because he doesn't have a Scald switch in, and it's my best move to hit the Klefki and just Klefki doing Klefki things, and I can get rid of this thing. He can't really touch me, and yeah, so he's gonna set up his light screen. That's fine. And Spike's probably gonna stay, so he decides to go Hippo. I don't know why he went Hippo, but I can just get a ton of damage with the Scald. No burn. So here, he's like, all right, I'm just going to hazard stack him, and still no burns. Kind of crazy. So he's going to slack off, banking on the paralysis or whatever, and still no burns because he was not able to, take any damage from the Scalds because the light screen was up. But now I can get rid of these hazards. I don't really need this thing anymore, and so now, yes, we got no hazards on the side of the field. So now I can actually go out into my Celebi and just recover because I have no reason not to recover, as he's probably going to U-turn here. And I'm just going to go out in my Dancing because I'm a fucking man. And so he's going to go out into his Hippo, and I just, scout to see what he's going to do. As he goes for a Slack Off, he could have went for Roxy Q, this or that. And so also I'm able to maybe late game sweep with Dancy. I wanted to protect and get off my Mega. So now, as you see, I break the Rindo, and now Thundurus just kind of wins as well. So he's going to go out into the Mesprit, as I'm going to Synthesis up. No reason not to Synthesis. And I'm going to put this range of Thunderbolt here. The Iron Tail would not have killed me. And we're going to stop. I mean, Thundurus already wins at this point in time, so we decided to go Dancy on the predicted. I mean, it didn't matter. Thundurus won, and we just might as well get the style points up. And Dancy also just kind of wins at this point in time, too. So we're just going to hit this thing with a Moonblast. It does live, so it's probably Assault Vest or something like that. He goes for a Healing Wish. What? Healing Wish? Is this thing going to put in the work? No, it's not, because I'm able to do the damage that it needs to do to put it in range of Seed Bombs, Thunderous T-Bolts, but we gotta finish it off with a Miltank Double Edge, and we get the first kill with Miltank. That was crispy. We won game 1, so let's move on to game 2. Alright, so we're back for game 2. My team is going to be Choice Specs, pretty much 2 attacks, Dragon Stab and Water Stab Kingdra. I do have Rain Dance packing on the Thundurus, so the Kingdra can easily late game sweep. I just gotta play around as Ditto. Ditto is just kind of an annoying mon in general, but you just gotta play around it. That's your only way to beating it. I have a Life Orb defensive Nidoqueen. The Nidoqueen spread is easily going to take 2 Bullet Punches from Banded Scizors. It's all it's meant to do is get up stealth rocks and kind of punish his team with earth power and shadow ball, which is his whole team for neutral damage. And my last move is actually going to be toxic because he also did have a Cresselia on his side. Decide not to bring the Cresselia, which is fine for me. The next mon that I have is the Empoleon. It is specially defensive to deal with things like his Lottie, and it's kind of my special wall here. Even T-Bolts or whatever from the Clefable. I have a lot of speed also on here, so if he does want to do some speed creeping, I have plenty of speed for your boy. And Empoleon's meant to just Scald, Toxic, Defog, and also set up the Rain Dance for the Kingdra to sweep. Next mod that I have is a pretty much a fully physically offensive Diancie, because on his whole roster of 8, he has no Diamond Storm switch-ins. By the way, this is a regular Scizor, and this is a Mega Latios. Yes, so just keep that in mind. I don't really have to run HP Fire on Diancie when Diamond Storm just pretty much clean to a KOs his whole entire roster. And my last dude, this set's pretty clean. So I got a Akaberry Weavile, and I still don't know the full mechanics of Natural Gift, I guess, but I have Akaberry Natural Gift. And I don't know if it actually works because he has a Scizor, and if he wants a Swords Dance, like if it has like no item, it can kind of like set up Roost, Swords Dances and then Roost. So if I have the Natural Gift Akaberry, it should like kill it. But then I don't know if I don't even know if that works. But we decided it's gonna work. But also he does have the Entei, and I have Rain Dance on. on my Weavile, and this is so funny because it's like Entei only does 25% if I set up the rain, because I do have a decent amount of bulk, because his fastest mon is the Latios, and I am running a Jolly Nature, so yeah, that's pretty much the team. It's a pretty wild team. Rain Dance Thunderous, if I already didn't mention that. So I'm just going to get out my Mega Scout, and he's probably going to be HP Steel because he predicted my Diancie lead pretty good on his prep. So I'm going to switch out into my Nidoqueen because it doesn't matter if he goes for HP Steel. I mean, if he has HP Steel, then like it really doesn't touch Nidoqueen. I could also get up my rocks on this thing, so that is what I'm going to do here. But no, I'm actually going to Earth Power to break this thing's sash, so that's pretty good. And I have no reason to not to Shadow Ball. Also predicting the Lottie, as I mean he's going to take a lot of damage on that thing, so that's fine with me. As I'd rather get this thing out of the way as soon as possible. So I'm going to fire off another Shadow Ball and just kill off the Lottie. Yes, I did take a lot of damage, but we lived though. So he's going to go for a Bullet Punch. Pretty obvious Bullet Punch there. And he wasn't probably going to U-turn or anything else because I could have had Flamethrower easily. Probably did have Flamethrower. I did not have Flamethrower though. And Earth Power still, probably does like 70% because he is Offensive Life Orb. I don't know how much speed he has, but it's probably a good chunk of speed. But I decide I just want to play it safe. I don't need Nidoqueen anymore, and I'm just going to go out into the Empoleon to get rid of these sticky webs, as he's going to superpower, put on the pressure on me, but I do have the Chople Berry. I can live those, and I do want to preserve my Empoleon for a sack or whatever else I need it. I could just easily go out into my Thundurus and create offensive pressure because he doesn't have a Thunderbolt switch in anymore, as he's going to go out into his Ditto. So now, alright, I'm just going to sack my Empoleon, because I was probably in range of Thunderbolt, and I can just go out into my Diancie, easily live a Thunderbolt, and he's going to sack off his Galvantula, which is perfect for me because like now I don't have to worry about Sticky Web. So I'm going to switch out, no reason to predict, as he's going to go for a Bullet Punch. We eat those, and I'm just going to fire off a Thunderbolt because he has no Thunderbolt switch in, as he's going to go out into his Ditto. Once again, probably Scarfed because they're mostly Scarfed, and I'm just going to go out into my Weavile because I can live a Thunderbolt and I could outspeed him easily, or even go for Ice Shard. So here is something to consider. Yeah, also I am a madman because he was probably Scarfed and he could have 2-KO'd my Weavile, and I I predicted him to predict me to go for Ice Shard, and because he has a Scizor, and we were just gonna make dominant plays. So here's something to keep in mind. He drafted Clefairy, and he brought a Clefable. So pretty much it's like he has to sack this thing because he brought an illegal mon, or else he'd be disqualified. Like he made a mistake, brought Clefable when he drafted Clefairy, because like his team would have been absolutely broken if he would have had Clefable and Lottie and all this and that. So I'm going to set up the Rain Dance because I can live a Flare Blast versus that. But if he did decided to go for a E-Speed, I do have the Mega Diancie, or even Kingdra can live E-Speed too, but I can just get a kill then by just going into Mega Diancie. So he's going to go out into the Scizor, and that does kill him because I'm fully offensive. And now he's going to go out into his Ditto, fire off a Moonblast, and we're able... He actually could have killed me maybe with a Diamond Storm because I didn't really have any special attack at all with the Diancie because I just click Diamond Storm all day. So his last mon is his Entei, and he actually did put me in extreme speed range, but not really. But even if he did kill me off, which that wouldn't have been that big of a deal because Kingdra just comes in and Choice Specs Scald easily kills. Because I'm modest, Choice Specs Scald Kingdra, like that easily would have killed Entei. And if it didn't, like I also could have gone for Hydro, been a man. But yeah, we miss. So fuck me, right? So maybe that wasn't... Yeah, let's see. Alright, so I can actually kind of PP stall here. That's kind of what, he's only got a couple E-Speeds left. So I decided to sack my Thunderous because he was banded. Because I could have saw that he was banded. And kind of like what I said earlier, oh, I have Surf, even better. So easily being able to knock that out. We win our game 2 of our pool matches. So we got one more to go, and hopefully we can advance into the pool, the bracket play. Yeah, so on to game 3. Alright, so game 3. If we win this one, we make it into the main bracket and kind of go from there. So my team, I have a Swords Dance. This time I have a very, very bulky Celebi that can deal with, bar. It can easily take U-turns also from the Flygon. It probably does like 60-ish%, depending. I have enough bulk to pretty much take also any hits from the Machamp or whatever, and I have enough attack to be able to 2-hit KO the Mega Venusaur after a Swords Dance. Mega Diancie, I have Moonblast, Psychic, and Earth Power. He does not have a Mega Diancie switch in bar the Chansey, but I have the Celebi that can abuse it, and my next mon, which is going to be my Miltank here, I have a Curse Miltank, so this is somewhat more of a standard set. I have Return, Curse, Rest Talk, because I don't really like the Milk Drink Heal Bell on that set because Heal Bell only has 8 PP. If they have Toxic, that's 16 PP. It's like I might as well just run Sleep Talk on Miltank. I just think it's a better set for what it's trying to do, which is sweep. So I'm also actually Thick Fat, or excuse me, I'm not Thick Fat. I'm actually Sap Sipper to deal with Leech Seeds or Giga Drains or any pretty much weird move that Venusaur may carry. It's actually meant to easily set up on his fat pink blob thing and his Venusaur, pretty much his fat blobs, or even if his Starmie is not offensive, pretty much his only way to deal with the Miltank is the Machamp. So if I get rid of that, I literally 6-0 him, 5-0 him with the Miltank. My next mon is the Nidoqueen. The Nidoqueen is fully specially defensive to take modest Choice Specs Flash Cannons if he is. Now, logically, he's probably going to be Scarf because he needs a way to deal with the Mega Diancie offensively, like to revenge it. So he's either going to be like Scarf Flygon or Scarf this thing. Whatever. So the next mon we have is the Empoleon, which is going to be the Walk-On Berry, because if he is offensive Starmie, I don't really have very many good switch-ins into that variant of Starmie, so I decided, I'm just going to slap Walk-On Berry to deal with the Starmie, and it's actually also physical. So I have Waterfall Knockoff, Drill Peck, and Defog. Drill Peck is a flying type move, base 80 attack, and it hits the it lures the mostly the Machamp, but it also hits the Mega Venusaur for pretty much very clean damage because I'm Adamant Max Attack, Walk on Berry, and Empoleon. Last mon that I have on my roster is a 100% standard Weavile this time. It's going to be Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Pursuit Trap, the Starmie, standard stuff there. And I also have Super Fang on my Nidoqueen too to kind of wear down this this fat blob thing here. So I'm going to lead off with my Celebi because it's just a good scout. It can deal with a Scarf. You turn Flygon and I can just recover on that. It's just ultimately just a good scout. And so I decided, I just want to go out into my Nidoqueen to be able to just get up my rocks here as he's going to go for the Chansey switch. And I actually decided to Super Fang because the cool mechanic of Super Fang is that I lose nothing by just getting 50% damage off on something. So he's only, doing, what is that, 26... yeah, 26% with Seismic Toss. So I get up my rocks as he's gonna just try to win with the Chansey here from turn one. Like, this thing is trying to be annoying already off the bat. I don't want to reveal my Miltank set. Obviously, I can start setting up on this thing and just kind of winning. But I just want to kind of bluff what my Miltank set is. I can win with Miltank at any point in time once the champ is gone. So he misses a Toxic, which is, obviously frustrating because now I'm able to get a pretty big Seed Bomb off on him, as now he's able to hit the second Toxic. So here I'm going to set up another Sword Stance here as he goes for a Wish now, and then it's, it's like, is he going to protect here to, kind of PP stall here, but just in case he didn't protect, I decided to go for Zen Headbutt because he could have passed it. Like, I don't want him to pass anything. He could have not protected. And also he might have not even had Protect. So, Protect was his best move, and he went for it. So that's fine. Next, I mean, he has to switch out because I'm gonna be able to do way too much damage to this. So he's gonna go out to his Magnezone here, which is interesting switch, but I can't really touch it. So I'm gonna switch out here into my designated wall to the Magnezone, as he's just going to Volt Switch here. Not sure what he was predicting. I don't know, maybe just try to get momentum. But yeah, I'm just going to go out into my Nidoqueen here because I can take Flash Cannons or whatever. As now he's going to go out into his Flygon, and he didn't have a Earthquake switch in. And he decides to go Flygon here. The reason why Flygon was such a fucking trash play here is because he needs Flygon to revenge the Mega Diancie. And also, yeah, I mean, because Mega Diancie is such a huge threat to him. So he's going to decide to sack his Flygon here. I mean, he is able to get up a bunch of damage off the Nidoqueen, but I can just kill this thing off with the Ice Punch here. So here I'm gonna go hard into my Empoleon because I can take any one hit. There's no way he's gonna Thunderbolt a Nidoqueen at that. That would have been a cool play, I guess. But he reveals that he's Life Orb, the set that I thought he would bring, which is cool. And here I'm going to fire off a Knockoff. So now the Chansey is now taken care of. And now, because he has no item, Waterfalls is going to be able to do pretty clean damage. Is here now he's going to go out into his Magnezone. So probably predicting him to go for, I don't know what item he is. So just kind of scouting, I just go for Recover as he is Signal Beam. So he forces me to switch out, which, I mean, that's kind of bad. Then he reveals that he is not choiced. So, I don't know, what is he, AB or something like that. So I'm going to Protect here. I don't know if because if he was like max speed Timid, he would have outspeed a Mega Diancie. So I just want to get off a safe Protect, as he's probably speedy too. I don't know what his item is again, so I'm just going to Earth Power here because it will be able to kill the Magnezone, and then just fire off a Moonblast here. And Mega Diancie is looking like a huge threat to him now because his only two checks to the Mega Diancie are now gone. and Psychic easily 2 KOs the Mega Venusaur. Moonblast Okos, the Starmie, Moonblast Okos, the Machamp, and his non-choice scarf Magnezone dies to Earth Power. So no reason to keep it in. He makes a good play. He goes for Thunderbolt here, predicting my Empoleon as he is able to 2-hit KO me. So that's fine on his part, as I'm just going to go out into Weavile. I automatically, like, it doesn't matter what he does, I can Pursuit Trap him now. And now, pretty much Mega Dancing now sweeps, because he doesn't, the only thing, like, if I get any damage off onto the, like, if I get 50% off on the Venusaur, I win with Mega Dancing here. So that's what I'm going to try to do later. Right now, it's like, alright, well, I'm going to go out into my Miltank here, because another thing about this tournament is, like, I want to get as many kills in Miltank as I possibly can. So it's like, I'm going to try to win with this thing. And also, another thing is, he could have been Banded Adamant Bullet Punch for my Dancy too. So, I literally just don't win with it, but it does do a lot of damage. It 2 KOs everything, or 1-shots. But anyway, so I'm going to try to win with Miltank here, as he's going to go out into the Machamp. I predict the Machamp switch in and go for a turn and do nice damage on to the Machamp. As he shows lefties, which I don't know what set that is, so he's going to go out into his Magnezone here. As I could have easily lived the you know, any one hit, even if he were to close combat there, because I am at +1 defense, and I have a little bit of defense investment too, as he decides to switch out into his Magnezone. So here I'm just going to attempt to sack the Celebi, but he decides he's going to pull another double. I don't know, maybe he's just trying to Toxic Stall my Miltank, but I have Rest Talk. He doesn't know that yet. So this is good now, because Celebi now doesn't die to Bullet Punch from Machamp, and it does other crazy things too. So he's gonna switch out again, as I'm gonna go out into my Miltank here. So this time I'm gonna go out into Weavile, because Weavile is kind of expendable at this point in time, because I can live any one hit from the Magnezone bar, like Flash Cannon, as you see here. It does a lot of damage, but like I don't need any HP on my Weavile, and I think I could actually sweep him with Mega Dancy here. So he's gonna go out and do his Mega Venusaur, which is perfect for me, because now he's in range of Psychic here. And here I'm gonna Icicle Crash. It's a roll to kill. I don't know his full like defensive spread. He's probably like mixed defenses or whatever. It does not kill, which is fine. I just need to put this thing in, you know, around 50% to kill it with the Psychic. As here, he's gonna get flinched. That flinch did not matter here, because I had Curse Miltank. I could have easily dealt with the Venusaur there, as we saw, and Machamp only could have switched into Miltank one more time, and Curse Miltank also beats him at Magnezone. Unless I get like bad sleep talk, whatever. I don't know, maybe the Magnezone could have wore me down a little bit if he also got Spit F drops with Flash Cannon. But yeah, I'm able to take out the Venusaur here, so not that it mattered, because Dancy could have lived. So here you're going to see, alright, well, because he's lefties and not choice bands, I can live the Bullet Punch here. And the game was over once I got the necessary damage on the Venusaur. So we go 3-0 in our pool, which is very nice. And my opponent, he was salty as fuck. I don't know why. Like Psychic just won the game. He should be, you know, blaming himself for getting rid of the Flygon and the Chansey and the Starmie. The only things that he had to deal with the Dancy. Or, you know, because the Venusaur kind of is a Dancy check, but like I have Psychic that does a ton of damage to it. So I mean, you know, you picked your poison and you got rid of Flygon, and the flinch did not matter at all whatsoever. So that's gonna be our game 3 of this series. We are starting off very well, and we're gonna just keep winning. and try to win this all. So stay tuned, and the next video is going to be in the bracket play. So alright guys, peace.